Kigali is no longer being described only as Rwanda's capital. It is increasingly seen as a laboratory for how African cities can grow smarter, cleaner, and more connected. In recent years, Kigali has earned recognition as Africa's premier smart city in the 2023 African Smart City Index, reflecting progress in digital infrastructure, sustainability, and citizen-focused urban services. But Kigali's story is not just about rankings. It is about how a city tries to solve the daily realities of congestion, service delivery, housing, and jobs through planning and technology. Kigali's city journey is deeply tied to governance. The city has invested in information technology to improve efficiency, resilience, and citizen-centered services. And its e-governance progress is recognized in the Smart City Assessment. Rwanda's Irembo platform has become a major symbol of that shift, with online government services replacing slow paper-heavy procedures. The message is simple. A smart city is not only about sensors and software, but also about making government easier to access. Kigali's reforms are another key chapter. The city has introduced car-free days, expanded bus-focused mobility planning, and begun adding real-time traffic control and electric buses to reduce congestion and emissions. On car-free days, main roads closed to private vehicles and open to walkers and cyclists, turning mobility into a public health and environmental statement. At the heart of Kigali's long-term vision is Kigali's Innovation City, a 60-hectare master-planned district being developed as a mixed-use innovation hub. The project is designed to support Pan-African talent, host universities and incubators, and attract technology companies and investors. Think Africa's Silicon Valley. Africa 50 says the project is expected to generate about 50,000 jobs, around $150 million in annual ICT exports, and over $300 million in foreign direct investment. Kigali's smart city identity also depends on sustainability. The city master plan introduces a green city vision with public spaces, eco-friendly technologies, renewable energy integration, and green building practices. The Green City Kigali project is presented as a model for affordable housing linked to climate adaptation and mitigation. Kigali's rise as an emerging smart city is still unfolding. Its success so far comes from combining digital governance, better transport, innovation infrastructure, and sustainability into one urban strategy. The city's challenge now is scale, turning pilot projects and ambitious master plans into everyday benefits for every resident. If Kigali succeeds, it will not only shape Rwanda's future, it will offer a blueprint for what a smart African city can look like in practice. What can Africa learn from Kigali? When we talk about smart cities in Africa, the conversation goes straight to technology, that is sensors, AI, digital platforms, and smart infrastructure. But Kigali teaches us that a smart city is much more than technology. It's about how a city is governed, how people move, how economic opportunities are created, and how growth is managed sustainably. Here are 4 lessons that the rest of Africa can learn from Kigali. 1. Smart cities start with smart governance. Kigali's experience shows that technology is most powerful when it improves relationship between citizens and government. Through digital government services such as Irembo, Rwanda has moved many public services away from slow paper-based process and closer to citizens through digital platforms. The lesson here is simple. Don't digitize a broken system. Fix the system, then use technology to make it faster and more transparent and accessible. A smart city, therefore, cannot be defined by how many sensors it has. It is defined by how easily a resident can access the services they need. Lesson 2, plan for people, not just vehicles. Kigali also demonstrates that urban mobility is about more than moving cars. Car-free days, investment in public transport, cycling, and pedestrian infrastructure show how mobility can be interconnected to public health, cleaner air, and quality of life. This is a particularly important lesson for rapidly growing African cities. If we continue designing cities primarily around private vehicles, congestion will continue to grow with population. How do we then move the greatest of people efficiently, safely, and affordably? That means thinking seriously around public transport, walking, cycling, traffic management, and the relationship between where people live and where they work. Lesson 3, a smart city must create economic opportunity. Perhaps one of Kigali's most interesting lessons is that urban development is being linked directly to economic development. Kigali Innovation City is planned as a mixed-use innovation district, bringing together universities, incubators, technology companies, talent, and investors. It is designed not simply as another piece of real estate, but as an economic engine. That is a powerful idea for African cities. We should not only be planning where people live, we should be planning how they will work, innovate, build businesses, and create wealth. Our cities need to become platforms for opportunity, and this means connecting urban planning with universities, skills development, entrepreneurship, investment, technology, and job creation. And finally, growth must be green, inclusive, and scalable. Kigali demonstrates the importance of thinking about sustainability while the city is growing. Its green city ambitions incorporate public spaces, green buildings, renewable energy, and climate-responsive development, including affordable housing considerations. But there is a caution here, a very important one at that. A beautiful master plan or an impressive pilot project does not automatically make a smart city. The real test is scale. Can the benefits reach ordinary residents? Can the model be replicated across neighborhoods? Can the city continue to provide affordable housing, mobility, jobs, and services as its population grows? That is where the real measure of a smart African city lies. In closing, what can African cities borrow from Kigali? Smart governance, people-centered mobility, economic and innovation-driven urban planning, and sustainable, scalable growth. The objective is not to build cities that look smart. It should be to build cities that work better for the people who live in them. And perhaps that is the most important lesson from Kigali. A smart city is not a technology project. It is a city designed to make everyday life better. Until the next one, thank you for stopping by.